Let's talk about one simple word today. Just one. Fire. We're going to really dig into this one, and I think you'll be surprised at just how much meaning is packed inside. So, what is fire? I mean, it seems like a pretty easy question, doesn't it? You can picture it in your head right now. But the answer is so much more fascinating. Because, fire isn't just one thing. It's a tool, it's a disaster, it's a huge philosophical idea, and it's a powerful action. All of that wrapped up in just 4 letters. Okay, let's get into it. To really understand the power of this word, we first have to figure out where it sits in the whole grand scheme of the English language. And as it turns out, it's kind of special. Yeah, fire is basically a VIP. It's part of this super exclusive club, a carefully chosen list of words that were picked for their power and just how much you can do with them. They're like the essential building blocks of our language. And get this, the list has just 850 words. The whole idea is that with only those core words, you can express almost any complex thought. It's an amazing concept, really. And here it is. It's called the Basic English 850 list. So the fact that fire even made the cut tells you it has to be incredibly versatile. Let's break down exactly how much heavy lifting this one word does, starting with its most physical forms. When we think of fire, our mind usually jumps to something tangible, right? Something we can see and feel. But even right here, the word splits down 2 very, very different paths. First, you've got fire as a tool. This is the good fire, the one that's controlled, intentional, and brings people together. It's the fire that gives us warmth, cooks our food, and becomes a gathering spot. Just think about how much emotion is in that simple sentence. The fire here isn't just a chemical reaction, it's the centerpiece of human connection. That's the first world this one word creates. But then, on the complete other end of the spectrum, fire means chaos and destruction. This is fire as an uncontrolled, dangerous, terrifying force. And here we see the dark side of the exact same word. It flips from a symbol of community to a symbol of total loss. This incredible range, well, that's what gets a word onto that basic English list. Okay, so let's move beyond the physical world now. This is where fire becomes something more abstract, something elemental, almost philosophical. In this sense, you can't have a fire or 2 fires. It's just fire, a fundamental substance that ancient philosophers believed made up the entire universe. It represents transformation, passion, energy. When you put it next to earth, water, and air, you really get a sense of its historical importance. For centuries, people thought fire was one of the absolute core pillars of existence itself. So far, we've only talked about fire as a thing, as a noun. But when we turn it into a verb, an action, the word just explodes with a whole new set of meanings that are every bit as dramatic. As a verb, to fire is always about something sudden, forceful, and pretty much irreversible. And once again, this one word was chosen because it can represent 2 completely unrelated concepts. Just look at this comparison. It's wild. On one hand, you have the act of launching a projectile, a moment of intense, focused action. On the other hand, you have the act of terminating someone's job. Both are abrupt, both are impactful, but they exist in totally different worlds. So, after looking at all these different sides of the word, let's bring it all back together. Why have we spent all this time on a single 4-letter word? Well, what's so important here is just the incredible density of meaning. This one little word carries the weight of comfort, of danger, of philosophy, of aggression, and even of economic ruin. It's an absolute masterclass in linguistic efficiency. And this brings us right back to that list of 850 words. The goal was never to limit language. It was to show how a small, powerful toolkit of words can be used to construct vast and detailed ideas. Fire is a perfect example of one of those essential tools. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Once you start looking, you see these powerhouse words everywhere, hiding in plain sight. So I'll leave you with this. What words in your vocabulary do you think carry the most weight?